I think that any man that force any woman to do anything, it should be like the Arab countries. They just start cutting shit off, to be totally honest, of that man. Any man that forces any woman to do anything, they should treat them like they treat them in the Arab countries and just start cutting shit off. From their fingers to their hands to their feet to their genitals to their head. You know what I'm saying? So now, another thing of it is that how low do you have to be when you're gonna put somebody on a jet and fly them all the way to New York to the studio? To me, bro, to be totally honest, it sounds kind of fishy to me. I can't, and then it came from Hard Pierre. The Hard Pierre I knew back in them days, was a cornball that did everything Puff said. You know what I mean? Like he was one of Diddy's highest rise. So I don't know that Hard Pierre. The time they said it happened when I was reading 2003, I was around at that time. You know what I'm saying? Me and about 8, 9 other bodyguards. See, what people don't know, that Puff had a lot of bodyguards. Everybody had certain days. You understand? I had Saturdays and Sundays. And then when Puff went away, or they were certain places and I was off work, they may call me and say, yo, Gene, Puff wants you here. Can you come? This, that, and the third. And if I could, I would. If I did, I didn't. It wasn't no big thing. So for them to do that, man, that's some real thirsty.
What's the buzz about? Shocking rumors claim that Beyoncé, often admired for her elegance and poise, was somehow involved in Diddy's infamous freak-off parties. It's hard to imagine Beyoncé and such wild events being mentioned in the same breath. Now, reports suggest she's shaken by leaked footage from one of these parties. Even her sister, Solange, supposedly didn't see this coming. Whether true or not, this story has certainly caught everyone's attention.
All the things that she's done, and just picture, why would somebody lie about her? What is it about her that somebody would want to tell a lie about? I'm not going to mention the other people that's in that frame that I have, because they are so big right now, it would mess up their career. Do you understand me? I'm not the only one with the copy, but I'm the only one. I'm the one who gave it to them. Do you understand me? What she's talking about is that when I said that we were at Kanye West's party in North Hollywood, I was bodyguarding Scott Storch at the time. Do you understand? Listen here, I was bodyguarding Scott Storch. I the one told Scott, let's get up out of here, because they was about to do some damage to us, bro. I can't listen to me, man. So now she's gonna get out there and she's gonna sit up and talk about, yo, he's lying, he'll do anything just to get interviews and all that stuff. Man, listen to me. I got way more stories than a Gloria Velez story. I got a whole lot of stories they never even heard of. So me saying what she said, come on, man.
If the timeline is right, the leaked footage might trace back to Diddy's extravagant 50th birthday party. For those unfamiliar, that night was a whirlwind of events. But now questions are swirling. Why is Beyoncé allegedly in a video tied to one of Diddy's infamous freak-offs? Fans already saw Beyoncé's outfit from the party online, but many wanted a closer look. Even some guests at the event were willing to share more. However, when a viral video surfaced on social media showing someone recording near Beyoncé as she danced, Jay-Z stepped in. He quickly snatched the phone out of the person's hand. While his actions seemed like a move to protect his wife, reports suggest there could be more to the story. Was Jay-Z just guarding their privacy, or was there something bigger he didn't want the world to see?
That's some real thirsty, desperate for them to fly a 17-year-old girl, you know, on a G5. They was flying G5 and G4 jets back then. all the way to New York to gang her in the studio, man. I wish I could. I wish I could give them their punishment if that's true.
That's what she said, man. She said that Diddy, he flew her to New York. She comes to the studio, gave her a drink, the game. And there's pictures online too. So she was at the studio. Daddy, she ain't lying about that. She was there.
Well, if anything, at that time, if anything came from Detroit, it was one of Puff A&R. They called him Slam. He was from Detroit. He used to set up everything, for Diddy. The time I told y'all about Diddy getting the fellatio when Jennifer Lopez was upstairs, Slam set that up. You know what I mean? So if it came from Detroit, it probably came from Slam. Because he was another one of the dudes that was a flunky around that. But it's crazy, man. I really don't. I got daughters, man. I have words. I don't have words for that, bro. And I don't know any of the guys who were officers that worked for Bad Boy like myself would allow that shit to happen. They wouldn't allow that shit to go down. Puff and them, they know what to do with certain people around. You understand? When they got those dudes who was, from the hood and they was doing bodyguard work and they was doing stuff like that, but I don't know any of the officers that I knew that was working for Puff would allow any of that shit to go down. Because they know they can lose their job and they can be brought up on charges too.
To clarify, the rumors suggest that Beyoncé was simply dancing and having a good time at what appeared to be one of Diddy's infamous freak-off parties, a type of event the rapper is widely known for hosting.
We was on a tour bus one time. He had 2 snow bunnies. They picked them up in Dallas. One of the NBA basketball players introduced him to him. He asked me to go get something. I went and got it. He said, "Yo, Gene, they want to F you," while he was laying in the bed with both of them. And I said, "Nah, I'm good, bro. I'm all right." And walked out. That's the only time. Owed Diddy something. I don't know what she owed him, but she would let Diddy know wherever Jennifer was at so he could do something. He was trying to get Luther Vandross over there to sing to her. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to get Luther Vandross over there to sing to Jennifer. But Jennifer wasn't going for that. Because she had went through enough of his bull crap. Even when we come to the studio and there's like mad girls up in there and they being disrespectful or whatever like that, he was trying to convince her that, because he was in the industry, he had to have mad girls up in the studio and everything like that.
It's worth considering these rumors might connect to past incidents. Remember when Solange confronted Jay-Z in that infamous elevator moment? Reports suggested she was furious, possibly because of how she felt Jay-Z was treating Beyoncé. Now, some recent claims hint that Jay-Z may have exposed Beyoncé to questionable behaviors, including alleged connections to drug-fueled parties and other controversial activities. If true, it could shed light on Solange's frustration and protective instincts toward her sister.
You think about, if Harley was part of intelligence, right? What kind of people you think are surrounding my kids? What kind of people you think are in that house right now? My kids go to Sierra Canyon. It's a Jewish school that doesn't teach Christianity to Christian kids. At Christmas time, they're teaching Kwanzaa to black kids. They say, "Hey, this is your Christmas." This is all indoctrination. This is all mind control. You gotta understand, I don't believe I'm putting myself at risk because I think God uses me for a time like this. He put me in this situation. Had y'all follow me from George Bush Don't Care to Beyonce had the best video to now. For some reason, y'all are interested. You change the YSL bell buckle. Y'all know this looking. Y'all are interested for some reason. And they wanted to medicate me every day. You realize, they could have just switched the medication and I wouldn't be here. And on the news, they would have said it was because of a mental issue. right?
Yeah.
I ain't never been back to the hospital since 2015, but every time they say I'm crazy, it's just when I'm saying the truth. So what's the crazy part, really? What's the crazy part, really?
They can't scare you. They can't control you. They can't. They try to suppress you, but that's how they try to categorize.
They can't control me. You get what I'm saying? They can control Shaq. They can control Charles Barkley. They can control LeBron James. They can control Jay-Z and Beyonce.
But not you, man.
But they can't control me.
Not
See, it
you.
ain't no name I won't name. It's up.
Not you.
You know what I'm saying? And just for Minister Farrakhan, I love you, but the way you read that, I took that as a slight. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking no disrespect from nobody. So let's get on the phone. Let's talk that out. I don't care who you are.
It's no secret that Jay-Z's past infidelity has strained his relationship with Beyoncé, causing tension within the family, especially with her sister Solange. Many believe Solange has long viewed Jay-Z as controlling, shaping Beyoncé to fit his ideal image of a partner. Now, it seems Beyoncé may be recognizing these dynamics, and fans are expressing relief. Recent allegations suggest that Solange's concerns about Jay-Z might not have been unfounded. There are claims that he exposed Beyoncé to questionable behaviors, possibly involving drugs, as a means of control. Given Jay-Z's close ties to Diddy, who has been labeled as a central figure in Hollywood's drug culture, some find these allegations plausible. Diddy's extravagant parties, notorious for their wild atmospheres, are said to attract even big names like Beyoncé, and Jay-Z. Rumors about Jay-Z's influence on Beyoncé's potential drug use tie back to his past as a drug dealer, fueling speculation that this behavior might be a method of manipulation. Hollywood's party scene has long been linked to substance abuse, and these claims only add to the intrigue. Additionally, long-standing rumors surround Beyoncé's pregnancies and her relationship with Jay-Z, with figures like Kanye West, Solange, Jaguar Wright, and Wendy Williams weighing in over the years. These speculations paint a picture of a complex relationship, despite their status as one of Hollywood's most powerful couples. The infamous elevator fight between Solange and Jay-Z further highlighted cracks in their family dynamic. Reports suggest the two remain at odds, with Solange allegedly excluded from family events. The tension from that altercation continues to underscore the unresolved issues within their circle.
The first person I saw was B. And Beyonce was like, yo, let me holler at you. I was like,
Beyonce telling me all that shit?
yeah. So I was like, yo, so I went over there and holler.
Beyonce, that's what you.
Yeah, and she was just telling me that they rock with me. They rock with me, and they, like they didn't know what and I really didn't even think when I was saying it,
They're real people that you're talking about.
I just didn't really connect to it like that, you know what I mean? And you say a lot of things, and punchline style is just to say something to be catchy and metaphoric and catch up, but I didn't, see the deeper side of it. And Beyonce, I ain't gonna share the exact conversation, but she showed me, told me like, this is people, like, you know what I mean? Saying something like that can personally hurt her. And
Right.
kind of,
So I had days that I devoted to. On Wednesdays, I took off from work, and that was Solange's day. She was a lot younger than Beyonce. And it's tough because she was 5 years older, and Beyonce was this little superstar in our city. And so I took them to counseling, so that very early, so that the counselor could help Beyonce be more sensitive to Solange. So she couldn't for a minute. When they were little, she was 5, she was all in her stuff. She was trying to hang around her and her friends, and Beyonce was really irritated, but it made her more sensitive to who her sister was and what she had to deal with. Because
The question is, who wouldn't step in to protect their spouse from a physical altercation, especially in front of the entire industry? Reports suggest Beyoncé has faced growing pressure from Solange and others close to her to confront the reality of her strained marriage to Jay-Z, including his alleged involvement in Diddy's infamous parties. The family dynamic has reportedly suffered, particularly between Solange and Jay-Z, as his past infidelity continues to impact his relationship with Beyoncé. Solange has long believed that Jay-Z has exerted control over Beyoncé, shaping her into someone he could manipulate and ultimately involve in Diddy's controversial gatherings. These allegations have added another layer to the ongoing rumors, raising questions about how much influence Jay-Z has had over Beyoncé and how this has affected her relationships with those closest to her.
My soulmate, person I love, and you can be in love with someone, you can love someone and and if you haven't experienced love and you don't understand it and you don't have the tools to move forward, then you're gonna have complications. period. And if you can either address it or you can pretend until it blows up at some point. And for us, we chose to sacrifice our love for our family to give our kids a different outcome. You see, break that cycle for black men and women. Just to see a different outcome. Like you're saying, it's not this celebrity couple. We were never a celebrity couple. We were a couple who just happened to be celebrities.